What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. Today we got the XMAXX over here. I like to keep my trucks, RCs well maintained in good, healthy condition. Sometimes you will see them, they're dirty, but internally, component wise and mechanically wise, I keep everything up to date. When I need something, I just max it out and then replace it. And today we got this XMAXX and we're gonna replace a hub bearing. So here's the package I bought. This is not too expensive, like 15 to 20 bucks. You can buy overall bearings, a whole bunch of other different types of bearings, but you're gonna be going through a lot of bearings and to keep your truck running good, healthy, and have equal power on each wheel. Because if one bearing is jammed up, it's not gonna perform properly. You need to keep your bearings in good condition. So here's a set of bearings. This comes with bearings for all four hubs, inner and outer, because there's two bearings on each. So let's get this job started. So let's open up this package first. This package already destroyed the package. And inside this package, you're gonna see a little box that opens up, something like that. And you have a whole bunch of bearings inside. And you have 4 and 4 different sizes. That's what you got in there. So what we're gonna do is, let's put this to the side, and we're gonna first take off the wheel, because I know one of my bearings is shot already. I usually stick with these blue ones, the original, but let's put this to the side here so I can see myself. But anyways, it's common for bearings to go bad on this truck immediately on a first drive. That's what happened to me. So let's switch this over to this side. And as you can see right here, we have a little guy right here sticking right here. All right, that's the race, the external seal for the bearings. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off this wheel. So it's very simple. I use my drill bit here, 17 millimeters, and the nut comes off. Then you're gonna take the wheel off. It's very simple to change out bearings on the XMAXX. But it is, whoa, like I told you, they're maintained well, but they can be dirty. I already said that to begin with. Out of here. Okay, so to change your bearing, what we're gonna do is, there's a small little Allen screws on each of this hub. So what you need to do is just try to take one off. I'm gonna go get a couple of tools and we're gonna continue this. So let's do this. Let's turn this truck a little bit around and let's go right over here. Let's turn the camera down a little bit, just like so. So what we're gonna do is, you see this little pin right here? If you want, you could blow some air on it, clean it off, dust it off. This little pin, you're gonna use a flathead or a needle nose or a pick like this. Just pop open this pin, don't lose it. Without that, nothing is good. Then this guy should come off, and inside we have a whole bunch of stuff that we picked up this past winter from the fake grass looking field right next to the baseball field. And let's remove all this crazy stuff from right here. My bearings are still good, it's just that the external seal race came off right there. So let's turn this around a little bit more. Right here you have a little screw, and right there a little screw. But what you need to do is just take one off, either top or bottom. Let's take the top one off. In our case, we have our Allen here. What we're gonna do is take off the little screw right there. Don't lose it. That's what holds the pin in. Put that to the side. Then if you have something sharp or something long, you can stick it right through here. I need to go get something. Even an Allen key would work. All you do is you take something and you push it in from right over here. Sometimes these can be jammed up, but this one is a little bit jammed up. That's normal. Sometimes you tap, hit, all kinds of crazy stuff. But eventually it should come right out just like that, and then voila, your whole axle and everything just comes out, and our bearing is inside. Once you have this apart, look at this bearing. This is a tough bearing, so this truck is not gonna move as much. All right, look at that. Look at how much force I'm applying. So that will happen. Your bearings will get jammed up. So it's very simple from here. All you do is you're gonna pull on this hub, this axle, and the shaft here. Everything's gonna come out. There's our broken bearing. So you might want to lubricate your bearings, keep them up to date, or you can, after some certain amount of runs, just replace them. They're not too expensive on the hubs. Remember, there's bearings inside that can cause other type of. So this feels good to me if I turn the whole thing. But there's bearings inside. If you're doing crazy runs, you can damage them. So what we're gonna do next is let's pop open. All we're gonna do is pull this, and the bearing should just come out. Look at that. This is seized. This bearing is seized. It's barely moving. Let's pop this one out. Even though this one lost a race, this one feels better. It moves better, easier compared to this one right here. This one's completely shot and done. This don't even want to move no more. So we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna pull this guy off as well. So there it goes. There you go. Easy to take out. Next step, if you want to wash it, you can wash it and clean the heck out of it. Clean it really well, really good. Right to the center where the bearing sits. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get a little spray. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray this down a little bit. Make it real nice. Better than new. That's what I would say. There you go. Looks good. Okay, your new bearings. What I like to do is, you don't need to, if you want to lube this up a little bit, you can lube it up. But notice, let me clean a little bit more. I have water on it, I don't want no water, so let's get rid of the water. So if you go into sea, salt, water, snow, your bearings are gonna be dead. So take your bearing and simply push it down with your fingers. That's it, we got one bearing in, and we got the second bearing in. That's how simple it is to replace a bearing on this XMAXX. Now, I am gonna go get something or rip this off, and then we're gonna put this, everything back into its place. Let's get this guy out of here. This was from the fake grass. There was some type of material. When I did some snow runs, you cannot see it. You ripped it and it grabbed on. And after that, the truck sat down for a little while. And this is what happened. Bearing seized up. And that's going to put a load on the engine. The ESC is going to heat up. All kinds of crazy stuff. Your truck is not going to give you a good performance. Let's wipe this down. Okay, now I would suggest you wipe this shaft down as well. I do have a video on the XMAXX, on my other XMAXX, overhaul the whole thing, every single bearing. So let's put this shaft inside all the way in the hub, and then you bring it over here, or you could put it here first. It's all up to you. Put this here, guide your axle back into the cup, the output cup, and let's bring this control arm down. Let's wipe this down a little bit. Let's put this guy back in, and hopefully we didn't lose our screw. And the screw goes back onto this control arm. Take it easy. You don't want to damage the control arm because it is into the plastic, so don't go crazy. You'll strip the housing there. There you go, perfect. And we're gonna wipe this guy down a little bit. Wipe it down. And then this is a universal thing. You could put either side in, doesn't matter if you lose the siding of it. This goes in, and then don't forget your little pin goes right there. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's take our super dirty wheel, put that on. Let's get our lug nut. Let's put that on. Let's get our 17 millimeter. Bada bing. Bada boom. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like, and give it a thumbs up. See you in the next one. Check all your bearings and lubricate the truck really good. I do have videos on a lot of other stuff, lubrication, all kinds of stuff. Again, peace out.